Hi everyone, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs, and I'm here with Flip Through. I have a nature journal. It's Nature Notes Journal is what I call it. And this is made primarily with papers from the Wallflower collection from Tim Holtz, but it has just a lot of other things in it too. So anyway, let me get started. I made this using the cover that I made in one of my tutorials. I'll link it about reusing packaging materials, and this is made with a mailing envelope, and it's been made to look like leather, and then it has a beeswax finish to it. It has a vintage doily on it. I have put a brass lock on here and a key as a closure, and that's what keeps us closed, so it just kind of hangs there. We made some little dangles in one of my little tutorials. I'll link that also, and I put those on there. It has a little book plate that says Nature Notes Journal. All of these have been kind of distressed to make them look a little older. It has some brass corner plates on it. If people were following around along, I had done this one kind of on my YouTube channel. I did change it up from how I had it. I made it a little bit different, and you'll see that. But anyway, I went ahead and put these on the front, and they're also on the back. Okay, it is a very big journal. It is approximately 6 inches by 3-inch spine. Yeah, 6 by 3 by 9.5. So it's a pretty decent sized journal. It is very chunky and very full, but a lot of the elements in this can be taken out, and it can easily be half the size, but I filled it to the brim. So I had made a lot of different things on my channel to use in this journal, and just I put quite a bit in here just because, but a lot of it is removable, and so you can get it to a point where it's not quite this chunky. Anyway, all right, so like I said, this is a beeswax cover. It has a really nice feel to it, and it really does look like leather, and it does have vintage lace down the spine also, and this is a vintage doily, and this is sari silk. So anyway, you just take the little key and you move it up like this, and just wraps around. So then you have it's open, okay. Oops. So let me go ahead and open this up, and I will try and go through this as quickly as I can. I won't pull everything out. I just have 2 little pockets that are sewn in with some just some lace trim here, and the card has a "This Book Belongs To," and there's just 2 pockets in front, and this is just a journaling card that was made from a time card. This is just a journaling card that was made from I think we did that with altered scrapbook paper. This is an altered playing card, and I think we did that together. I don't remember exactly. There is a lot of Edith Holden in this, and I kept the pages complete. That's part of the reason why I made it the size that I did. This is a snippet roll that we made, and originally I had put snippets on the front of this journal, but then I decided I didn't really like how it looked. So I went ahead and decided to put it on here. It does have the snippets, several of them, and then it has this really great trim in a few spots, and they hang over the sides, and it's really kind of neat. I just love the look. I think it's really great. Anyway, let me go ahead and I'm going to put something under here real quick. Let me see here. Let me try this. This will work. Okay, so we do have the nature notes here and the snippet, and we have some more here. This is another tag I think we made together, and then there's several pockets. There's several tags. This is from a Sears and Roebuck catalog. It's been made into a tag. So I'll put that back out to put it back in. And there's just, let's see, an inventory tag and then another tag there. This was Project Life cards that I did, and I think I guess I can link that too. And on the back, it has some vellum. It has several pockets on the back and some other journaling tags in there. So this is our Altered Project Life. Okay, this is just from another book. I cannot remember the name of it. But anyway, so that just goes in here. This is something I did, I think, on camera, and this, I can link that also. And it just has a postcard, a copy of a vintage postcard in there. This is just the coffee dyed paper, and I just loved how it looks, so I didn't change anything on it. I didn't put anything on that one or on this side. This is just a card that I had put in there, but I put some coffee dyed vellum on there, and then just put a little journaling card in there, and then you can journal on the back. This is just a copy of vintage book ledger. This on the other side just has some cigarette cards tucked in to these little bags, and on the other side there's some journaling cards, or on the inside of the bag, some journaling cards there. This is just some coffee dyed paper that's stamped. On the other side, it's stamped with some lines. These are just some paper bags that were put in there. I think this just has a journaling card in it. Okay, there's just some more coffee dyed paper. There's a ton of room in this to write. It really, really is. So, okay, so there's just a couple tags here. This is just the coffee dyed paper that's been stenciled. Another tag. This was made with the Tim Holtz papers. This is just some Edith Holden that's been fussy cut around on an envelope. Here's some more here. This is just some vintage ledger. This is just a copy of an old receipt that was put in there that you can journal on the back. All right. This is just a file folder that was made. It says sketches on it. I thought it worked good in here. And it has just some manila paper, and it's been sewn into just a little sketchbook. This is food color dyed paper. Yeah, I love those little splotches on it. This is just a bag, glassine bag that was coffee dyed, and then it has napkin decoupaged on it, and it's on top of a copy of a vintage receipt. Yep. And inside we have this tag that was made, and this was made with our transformed, I can't think of it, papers that we did, our ugly papers that we redid. I'll put that link in there too. Scrapbook paper, that's what I was trying to say. Anyway, there's some more, just some more paper there. This is just made from the paper pad, and I love this so much. And then I put the vellum. I didn't want to completely cover it, but I cut out the smaller 6x6 portion and made a tag out of it so I could put that there. And then I also just put another little journaling card behind it, but that way you could see that also. This is just another Sears and Roebuck piece from the catalog. This is just another journaling card that I put in there. And then this is one. This is our dimensional tags that I made. And this is just a scrunched up piece of vellum that's been coffee dyed. And this is a collaged piece tag behind it. In front of it is just a little journaling card with a bird on it. This is just a coffee dyed part of a envelope that was put in there, and it just has some writing paper inside of it. This has some Edith Holden, and then this has that really cool fringe. It's almost like an eyelash trim, but to me it just reminded me of grass and nature, so I put it on there. I didn't want to be too lacy on this, but anyway, here's another page. This is just the other part of that envelope that I went ahead and put the closure on, and I think it has just a postcard, a copy of vintage postcard in there. So that is that. And this is just the Tim Holtz decoupage paper. I don't remember the exact one it's called, but this is just a journaling card that I made. I think I did that on a while back, and it kind of went really well on this page. I thought the greens and the yellows looked really good on here. This is some vintage lace with a vintage button. This was our altered envelope that we made, and it has just a little envelope. There's nothing in it, but I mean, you could tuck something in there. This just has a little card of a woman in her garden or around flowers. It has a layaway tag in there to write on in the back, so it has a spot in the back. If I can get that in there again. And then it also has a spot in the front as well with another journaling card, and it also has one on the side with another journaling card there. So there you go. This is just a doily that I cut in half, or actually I cut it 3/4 in the bottom part, and I had backed it with vellum so it's sturdy. And then I took a vintage library catalog card, and I just put some vellum stickers on it, and you can write on the back. This is just a little journaling tag that I made. Put that in there. And this is just from the same book, but the name escapes me, but that was just a journaling card that I made with that. This is just the back of a copy of a vintage receipt, and there's a guest check in here for you to decorate the way you want. This is just a fabric flip that I made, and this has some very vintage ticking, and then it has burlap on it with a napkin that's decoupaged on it that has a dragonfly. And then this is the Tim Holtz fabric. It's a sticky I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's a Tim Holtz fabric. It's kind of neat to work with. And then this is the back of the vintage ledger with a bird stamped on it. And here's the front. And this has, you know, altered junk mail. It has a side pocket with the journaling card here. And then it has a top pocket here. Has the butterfly. You can see the butterfly through there. And then it comes out. And there you go. That's it. So that fits in there. Pretty cool. Just some more coffee dyed paper. This is another one of the bags, but I decoupaged some brown napkin on here so that you could write on this if you wanted to. Inside it, it has, this is a copy of my gel plate that I made with leaves, and I just put a copy of that in there because I thought it turned out kind of cool. And then again, some more paper that's been stenciled. This is the Tim Holtz little, I don't remember what you call it. And this is a altered paper clip that I made. And I guess I could link that up there too, but okay. These are just, this is just a railway card that's in there. This is a library card. Just a little plain card. A cigarette card. And these two are just tickets. I made tickets out of just some papers. So, and put those in there. And that my paper clips that I made, they're done with rusty paper clips, which is another video I did. I've got some stuff in there. This is just another little mini envelope that I stuck in here. This is on the back of this card that I put in there. And then this is just some packaging. Tim Holtz, I think it was something from Tim Holtz that I stuck on there and then just kind of tore it. And then another little journaling card that I made out of a paper pack as well. This is just another journaling card. I got that off of Pinterest. I don't have any idea where that's from. Along with just a blue ticket that I had made with a Tim Holtz die cut and stamp. This is just some more coffee dyed paper, and I just put a little dragonfly in it. I really didn't, I just liked the way it looked. So that's it. This is another part of the decoupage bag. And I think inside this, all we had was just some journaling paper that I put in there. Okay, this is a double pocket, and in front we have an altered playing card that you can journal on the back of. Just another journaling card. And then this is a copy of a check that you can journal on. And another tag that this made. I made quite a few tags out of the paper pack, so there's quite a bit of it in here because I just really I love the whole look of it. This one is a layaway tag. It's a double pocket, and I decoupaged the front of it with some more of that Tim Holtz tissue paper. But I love this paper so much here. I thought that was so pretty, and it looks so good with this. So I cut out the tag. I did the same thing like I did on the other one of the 6x6 paper, and this is the 12x12, and I just put it in here so that you would see that. And then this is on top right here. So anyway, this is the large paperclip banners that we made also, and I just stuck that on there just for decoration. It's not really holding anything in there. Okay, so that's the end of the first signature. Here's the second signature, and I had put a snippet and one of these little grassy things on each signature, so it looks like it's more, but that's really all it is one snippet and the grass. And then I did it on this one, and again we did that on a tutorial also. Again, more Edith Holden. This is an altered envelope also. So it has a little card in the side pocket. It has a little journaling card. I got that off of Pinterest. This is Tim Holtz. And this is just, I don't know where I got that actually. And then this is just a time card. So there's a pocket behind and a pocket up front. And then there's a pocket here. And then a side pocket. Okay, this is just, here, I'll move this now. I don't think I need that. Oh. This is just a little flip that I added on to this page. And I love this coffee dyed paper. It was really marbled, so I just kind of tore it haphazardly and put it on there. Just to give you some extra room to write, or you can write something down, take it out. And I guess you could put something under there. This is some more of the lined coffee dyed paper. This is some stenciled coffee dyed paper with a little bird in the corner. This is another little card that I put in there, and then I put this little pocket in. This is a altered playing card, and it has a napkin decoupaged on it. And then this is just packaging with a vintage button. And behind it is a glassine bag, and that just has a little tag in there. Okay, this is an envelope, again, with Edith Holden. This is a copy of Vintage Ledger. Anyway, that has Edith Holden on this side and that side. And inside, it has a copy made to look distressed as a old receipt. Anyway, I can put that in there. All right. So on the other side of that envelope, I have the flap. I just made a little side tuck right there, and then I put a weekly time card that I just put some vellum stickers on it, and so you can journal on the back. And I put some lace on there. This is just a stenciled paper with some stamping on it and lines on the back. And then again, I did the whole thing with the brown napkin, you know, just the napkins you get from, you know, different fast food places or whatever. I think inside here is another, oh, this is another thing that I did on when I did the gel plate, and that turned out kind of cool. So I put that in there. And this is a just a lined coffee dyed paper with a print on there. And then this is another stencil. This is just a glassine bag, a coffee dyed glassine bag, and I put a tag in there. And this is one of our dimensional tags that we made in a video. And then also this is our altered scrapbook paper. So that's that. And this is, and it's put on a copy of a vintage receipt. And then that's the back of it that's stenciled. Here's the This is the food coloring dyed paper. It's kind of green. I just love the marbling on that. So this is another vintage copy of Vintage Ledger. On the back side is just a little tuck spot that I made. It has a copy of a vintage check and some other ephemera here. This is just the other part of a bag. And it just has a little journaling card in it. This is some coffee dyed paper that I absolutely love the way it looks, so I didn't do anything to it. But on the other side, these are our little snippet tickets, or some of them that I made, and I made a little belly band out of that. And this comes out, and this is just a paper bag, and it has this as a tab on top, and inside it just has a journaling card. So you could put whatever you want to put in there. But on the other side, I just made a little tuck here, and then this has the butterflies on it. So I put this butterfly tag that I made, and it does have the vellum, and it's dimensional, and also has paper bag. So anyway, I put that on there. Okay, this is the other side of that paper, and this is just some white burlap with, I think this is from Field Notes, I'm not positive. And this is just some copies of some vintage checks, and I put those in there that I got off of Pinterest. This is an envelope. I didn't do a tutorial on this, but I guess I might in the future. But it's this is just Edith Holden. The pages that you have that don't have any flowers or anything on it, but I just love the writing and the poetry and whatever. So I made an envelope out of it, and I just kind of collaged some papers on here. And then this is just one of those die cuts, flower die cuts, and I just put a flower on there, and it's velcroed shut, so and it just has a couple little journaling cards inside of it, I think. Yeah. Okay, so that's that, and that goes right there. This is another one of those little pockets that just fell off. I'll have to fix that. And that had another card in it. Oh, gonna have to fix it. I don't know what happened. I guess oh, I see what happened. The hole just got too big. Oh well. Alrighty, I will fix it, definitely. Alright, this is another Edith Holden page, and that one is got the little, I don't know, the grass or whatever you want to call it on it. I think that's really neat. Oh, and here's another one, and this is the middle of the signature here. And I put washi tape on all of these to reinforce them. I didn't put anything on the strings because I don't know, I just didn't know. I'll probably just tie it in a bow or something. But anyway, so that's those. And then this paper, just a little paper in here, and this is just another coffee dyed paper that has some decoupaging on it. This has just some journaling cards, and then this has a dimensional card that was made with the altered scrapbook paper. Got in there. This is just a doily that I put on there, that I put half of it and backed it with vellum. And then this is just a cigarette card. Here is another copy of this lady that's in her garden. This is just a altered card, Project Life card, the small one. And it has a little bird on it and some flowers and some doily and some lace. And you can write on the back. I thought that looked good right there. This is again some very marbled coffee dyed paper. This is just some Tim Holtz tissue paper decoupaged on this coffee dyed bag. A vintage postcard. Okay, this is another paper clip, large paper clip that we made that I just put it here to decorate the page, but it's not really holding anything down. This is just a burlap pocket that I made that's backed with some paper, and it's holding this tag. So that's it. And then this is some more of that green marbly paper. On the other side is another fabric flip that has a napkin on it and burlap, and this is very, very vintage ticking material. And it just flips up. And here we go. Here's just some more stenciled on the back of this vintage copy of the receipt. Okay, these are just the bags. I have a little card in here and one in here, and then they have a journaling card here and another journaling card here. Here's some more lined paper, stenciled paper. This time I used a white bag, and then I just kind of put some vintage photo on it. I mean, I think it looks okay. I think you could write on this, but you can see through it a little bit more than the brown. So I think I like the brown better. Okay, this just has a copy of a vintage receipt on there. I'll put that in there. So, and then some more paper. Okay, this is, I think we made that on camera. This was our altered envelope, our junk mail, and it has this dimensional tag that I made with the paper and the music paper on it. So that fits right in here. So you can see the daisy when it goes down. And on the side is one of the altered Project Life cards that I made. And on the back, it's got 2 pockets in it, and it holds several, you can journal on this, and then it holds several journaling cards. Little bird on there, has vellum, and this has embossed paper, and that fits right in here. Okay, and then this is just the other side of the vintage, a copy of the vintage journal. This is some more of the Tim Holtz tissue paper, and this has just a journaling card in it. On the other side, this is just a card, and I put some vellum on it, and then I stuck a little journaling card in there. So that's that. Just some more coffee dyed paper. This is our specimen cards that we made. Our little specimen things that I made, and there was a tutorial on that on an alteration card. This is a really beautiful page here, and it has 2 spots to it. There's a pocket here, and then there's a pocket here, and I went ahead and stuck this in the back and stuck this up front. That's really pretty. Okay, this is another altered Project Life card, and on this one, the back again, it has a couple of journaling cards in there. It's got this little brick pattern, and then just this little bird. Thought that looked good in there. Stick that in there. Oops, the whole book's moving. I should have put the thing back in here. And then this is the last page. I put this in there. I really like the, I don't know, the neutralness of it. And it has another little snippet on there. And here's the back of it. On the very back, I've cut out the back of the Edith Holden picture in the back of the book. And this is a vintage doily that I put up there. And then I tied a little bow up on top with sari silk. And it's just backed with some coffee dyed paper. Anyway, I just stick that in there. It fits. And then on the back of this is this is another altered playing card. And on the back it says handmade by Tina Williams. So anyway, that is it, guys. That is my journal, and it is a big one. I am going to put this in my Etsy shop. It will be listed on Thursday. So it will probably be by, I would say by 6 p.m. Central Time. So anyway, I am selling this one. I don't normally sell my journals. But anyway, this is the journal that we made through all those videos. So I hope you guys liked it, and I will try and link as much as I can that I can remember to put on there of all the tutorials and stuff that are out there. So thanks for watching, guys. Bye.